All right, welcome everyone to this planning board meeting. I'll call the meeting to order and ask for one of my members to move the approval of the agenda. Moved by Councillor Ramsey, and it has to be a planning board member to second it, so I guess
I'll second it,
by
Justin.
Your Worship. Oh, seconded by Councillor Snow. Perfect. Item number 3 on the agenda is the land declaration. The land on which we are gathered today is the traditional and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq Mi'kmaq First Nation. Land recognition is a small but important step in the process of reconciliation with Indigenous people in Summerside, Prince Edward Island, and across Canada. Item number 4, conflict of interest declaration. If any one of the members of Planning Board has a conflict of interest, now would be the time to declare that. And there's no conflict of interest declared, so we'll move on to the recommendation. 105 Industrial Crescent, restricted use application. First of all, welcome everyone, and thanks for arriving here for 4:45. I know there's people who work and sometimes it's tough to get here, but thanks for coming at this time, and we'll all be home hopefully for dinner shortly. So the supporting explanation, the purpose of the restricted use is to allow a spa service in a portion of the main building on the subject property. The subject property is currently zoned as light industrial, M1. Background: an application was received from Sharon Quann for PID number 538884, which is owned by Finance PEI. This application requires council approval to allow a spa service as a restricted use in the light industrial zone. The applicant owns and operates a spa service, QuannSpa, in conjunction with a skincare manufacturing business, Quannessence Skin Care. The skincare manufacturing is already a permitted use in the light industrial zone. So this is an application for the spa service itself. Report. Under section 5.7 of the zoning bylaw, when planning board reviews a restricted use, it has to consider the following general criteria as applicable. A, conformity with all requirements of this bylaw, the zoning bylaw. Staff comment: this application requires a restricted use approval in the M1 zone in order to conform to this bylaw. The current zoning, light industrial, M1, does not change. One of the purposes of the restricted use designation is to accommodate uses where rezoning would result in an undesirable land use due to the as-of rights in that zone. A spa service is permitted in other zones if the property were to be rezoned to one of these zones just to accommodate the spa service, it would result in other undesirable land uses in the industrial park. The specific use of a spa service can be achieved by designating a portion of the property as a restricted use, allowing only the spa service use. B, conformity with the official plan. Staff comment: the restricted use conforms to the official plan as the land use will remain as industrial. Should the spa service cease to operate for 12 months, the restricted use lapses and the zoning remains as light industrial M1 and can be utilized as such. C, suitability of the site for the proposed development. Staff comment: this site is serviced and is suitable for this development. The proposed spa service will occupy a portion of the leased space within the main building. The spa service will be located at the front portion of the building, the former office area, and it is a finished space. And the skincare manufacturing business will occupy a portion of the remaining space, which is an unfinished area. The other businesses located, there are other businesses located within the building. And there's a graphic of the proposed layout attached to the package. D, compatibility of the proposed development with surrounding land uses, including both existing and projected uses. Staff comment: the existing land uses surrounding this property is light industrial M1 as it is located in the industrial park. There are 2 other restricted uses in the area that have been approved by council. E, any comments from residents or other interested persons? A public meeting was held on January 10th, 2023. The public meeting notice was advertised in the December 23rd, 2022 edition of The Guardian. 16 letters were mailed to 19 property owners. Sharon Quann spoke, providing an overview of the proposed intent for the restricted use. Staff comment: the applicant provided an explanation of her request for a restricted use spa service. There were no concerns raised by the public at the public meeting, and no members of the public spoke at the public meeting. There were no written comments from the public received on this application. F, adequacy of existing water, sewer, road, stormwater, and electrical services, city parking, and parklands for accommodating the development, and any projected infrastructure requirements. Staff comment: the existing building has adequate water and sewer servicing to accommodate the spa service. Industrial Crescent currently accommodates 800 to 900 vehicles per day and will accept the loading as a result of the proposed restricted use. Industrial Crescent has an existing storm system and an on-site system which handle the developments in the industrial park. 105 Industrial Crescent is serviced with three-phase 347/600 volt power to the existing building. On-site parking is available for the spa service. Parkland dedication is not required for a restricted use application. G, impacts from the development on pedestrian and vehicular access and safety, and on public safety generally. Staff comment: the development will utilize the existing access to Industrial Crescent to serve and accommodate the restricted use. H, compatibility of the development with environmental, scenic, and heritage resources. Staff comment: there are no compatibility issues regarding environmental, scenic, or heritage resources. I, impacts on city finances and budgets. Staff comment: this development does not impact city finances or budgets. J, other matters as specified in this bylaw, and there are none. K, other matters as considered relevant. Staff comment: the staff review. City staff supports the application from Sharon Quann to allow a spa service as a restricted use in the light industrial M1 zone. As per section 5.10, part B3 of the zoning bylaw, the planning board shall make a recommendation to council on this application before it is approved or denied. The planning board recommendation, whether carried or defeated, will be brought forward to council for a final decision. The planning board recommendation. The application received from Sharon Quann to allow a spa service as a restricted use in the light industrial M1 zone be recommended to be approved by council. And that recommendation was moved by myself and seconded by Councillor Ramsey. All members of the planning board in favor of recommending the restricted use application to council, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
So four, and none opposed, and we will recommend that be approved by council, and that will be, I guess that'll happen at our next council meeting, which is Monday at 6:30. The 16th, January 16th. So with that, unless there's anything that anyone would like to add, or if there's any questions, I will move for adjournment of the January 12th Planning Board meeting.
Just one comment from the first meeting, Mr. Chair, with regards to, I think there was favorable comments about this application fitting within the industrial requests. I remember we've had some of those conversations, but this is small industry.
Yeah, and it doesn't require any rezoning, so we're not losing any
Right.
of our precious, industrial
Okay, great.
property that have dwindling so in the city. So,
Thank you.
yeah, thank you very much, Councillor McColman. If there's anything else, if not, we'll move for adjournment. Seconded by Councillor Ramsey. Record time.